welcome to another video. This one is about supplementation. What supplementation do I take? I guess a bit about why I take it. I'm also going to do a comparison and review for 4 pre-workouts and talk a little bit about the next pre-workout that I want to take. So yeah, let's get to it. So firstly, in terms of supplementation, I like to take a simple multivitamin, and although I get vitamins through the food that I eat, this just allows me to get enough of the vitamins, essential vitamins that I need in terms of like muscle growth and all the other health benefits that vitamins bring. The next up is omega-3 fish oil, which has a wide range of health benefits, including like ones to help your heart or brain. Next we have garlic, odorless garlic. This is just a convenient way of getting the health benefits of garlic without, I guess, being smelly and having to eat loads of garlic. Good for your heart, blood pressure and lowering cholesterol, so that's quite important because the amount of food I'm eating at the minute and some of the things that I'm eating, like eggs, obviously you can. But I'm eating the whole yolk because I just don't want to throw away the yolk. It's all about the yolk. Who throws away the yolk? It's the best bit of the egg. I know it's not the healthiest. So the next supplement that I take is creatine, and I consider this one of the essential ones if you're looking at bodybuilding or powerlifting, etc. So creatine can increase strength, lean muscle mass and muscle growth, alongside obviously training. It doesn't do it on its own, you need to put in the work. So I wouldn't normally take this next one, but it kind of came with the bundle that I got. So these are BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. They're quite a good thing to take, to be fair, and if your protein powder doesn't already have them in, then this is quite a good one to have. For those of you who don't know, the branched chain amino acids in these tablets or any sort of supplements available, they tend to be the 3 of the 9 essential amino acids that cannot be produced in the body, that you have to get through your diet. But in the same way as the multivitamins, it might be just worth just having these as well, just to make sure you get enough of those amino acids. Okay, so now we are on to pre-workout, and the pre-workout I take at the minute is Redcon 1 Total War. This is one of the 4 pre-workouts that I'll be doing a short comparison on in a bit. Pre-workout obviously gives you that boost, gives you that mental focus whilst you're in the gym, to sort of hopefully push yourself harder, to help you endure more so you can get the most out of your training. So this one in particular has got quite a high dose of caffeine in it. It's got 225 milligrams. If you're starting out, never taken pre-workout before, just be a bit careful. Probably go for one that's got a lower caffeine level in it, just to make sure that you're not going to have any adverse effects and things. But one of the 4 ones that I'll be covering is probably a good one for beginners, so I'll talk about that in a bit. So I have done my research in terms of what these supplements are and what benefits they bring. And I would advise everyone else to do the same, just to do a little bit of research, just to understand what you're taking, rather than just taking something just because everyone else is. Or you need to probably understand what you're putting into your body, and with that, also the potential risks as well. So now we're talking about protein. I've got a big stack here. I don't know, this is empty, by the way. This is the empty one. This is the one I had before. Anabolic Gold is probably the best protein I've ever had. In terms of value for money, it's excellent. It's a really high quality protein. Tastes great. Can you even see that? I don't know what I'm pointing at. Okay, cool. So very high protein. This is not a review. This is just talking about protein, really. I think protein shakes, they might not be essential in the eyes of some, but they are convenient. Getting the adequate amount of protein in your diet if you're training is essential for obviously progress, recovery. So protein shakes are just a good way of doing that. They're convenient, and if you're anything like me who struggles to eat sometimes, especially after the gym, protein shakes are a good way of just getting that source of protein. So I've got a Memane protein shake, which is just protein really. I do have this one here as well, which is Monster Calories, which is protein but a lot of carbs and calories. So because I want to try and bulk up a bit, this is what I'm taking at the minute. Again, it's basically just like another meal in shake form, so it's very convenient and it's quite easy to get down. So you know, rather than having to eat chicken and rice all the time and force feeding yourself, it's much easier and much more convenient, especially, you know, just after a gym session. So none of the things I've talked about now, you don't have to take them, but this is what I take. So that's it in terms of the supplements that I take. Protein, pre-workout, creatine, the main sort of three important ones, I think, anyway. And then just making sure you get enough vitamins and minerals in your diet. And then the omega-3 and garlic was just not essential, but they make me feel a little better because I feel like I'm looking after myself a little bit. Okay, cool. So now I want to talk about pre-workouts, the 4 pre-workouts, and I have prepared a table which you should see right about now. So as you can see here on this table that I've made, I have 5 pre-workouts at the top, 4 of which I have tried already, and the last one is the one that I want to try next after I finished the Redcon Total War. On the left hand side, what are considered the key ingredients in the pre-workouts, and as you can see, it's just a bit of a comparison as to what's in what really and what's best. I don't really want to go into too much detail in terms of what each ingredient does, but we'll give a basic summary just really quickly. So citrulline malate can improve strength, aerobic performance and increase muscular endurance. Beta-alanine, so that it basically helps to reduce fatigue and improve muscular endurance. Next we have creatine, which I have covered earlier in the video, so it can help improve muscle strength, mass. It's quite interesting really. The last pre-workout, Transparent Labs Bulk, on their website they go through in quite some detail what each of these ingredients do and why they have chosen to omit creatine from their pre-workout. And basically they're saying that the caffeine has a negative effect on the creatine, so you can't get the best use out of it, so that's why they omit it from there. So best to take creatine some hours apart from your pre-workout if you are taking perhaps the Redcon one or the Transparent Labs Bulk. And it's also worth noting as well that obviously if you are taking a pre-workout with creatine in, just to make sure if you are taking a creatine supplement on top, not to, you know, overdo it with the creatine. Next one is caffeine. Caffeine's a stimulant, and you can see there. What I would say is if you are new to pre-workout, then perhaps go for one that is lower in caffeine, so perhaps the C4 original. Now the N-acetyl A-tyrosine is basically it's an acetylated version of the amino acid L-tyrosine. The acetylation improves the absorption and effective period of the amino acid. L-tyrosine can reduce the effects of stress and allow mental focus. I'm getting all this information from the Transparent Labs Bulk website, by the way, so if you want to go on that, it might be a bit easier, but I thought I would just cover it in my video. I feel like their pre-workout is actually really good, and that's why I want to try it, because there seems to be a lot of thought and science behind their pre-workout, so that's why I want to try that one next. You've got taurine, which is another amino acid, so it competitively interacts with beta-alanine. It can reduce muscle soreness. And then finally the arginine, which, as I said, it is similar to the citrulline malate, to be honest, but citrulline malate is better than arginine apparently. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So I mean, looking at it, you would probably think C4 Ultimate is good, and I can honestly tell you that actually is a good pre-workout. One thing I didn't include is taste. So in terms of taste, I did sort of rate the 4 pre-workouts out of 5 for taste. So the C4 Original I found was so easy to get down. It was nice, so I gave that actually a 5 out of 5. The C4 Ultimate I gave a 4 out of 5 because although it was very easy to drink, it was nice enough. You could tell that obviously there was a bit more sort of stuff in there which sort of impacted the flavour. It's obviously not all about flavour, but obviously you want to at least try and stomach the stuff, don't you? Matrix Rampage, I gave it a 3 out of 5, but I gave Redcon 1 out of 5 for taste. Sorry, Redcon 1. There's a really kind of horrid aftertaste, which kind of I can only kind of describe as kind of like burnt soil. I'm sorry if that's a bit harsh, but just being honest. Otherwise, it's a great pre-workout, to be fair. I feel the buzz. But like I said, other than taste, it's a pretty solid pre-workout, to be fair. And yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens when I try the Transparent Labs Bulk pre-workout. I'll upload my findings. So thank you very much for tuning in to my video. I hope you found it somewhat useful or interesting, I guess, at the very least. And I will hopefully upload another video at the end of the week before I have to go back to work. If you haven't already, follow me on Instagram.